This project was about creating a permanent home for ACT. Not just an office, but a collaborative, open space that exposes a genuine expression of the craftsmanship, detailing and care that defines ACT's work. The need for the office was very apparent when we scaled the business from a space accommodating 10 people to now supporting 40. What we've ended up with is something we can be incredibly proud of to share with our clients, consultants and team.
The planners were quite concerned about how any new roof addition, any sort of enlargement might affect the viewing of the brick chimney, which is sort of emblem of the brickmaking past.
The building sits within a conservation area surrounded by adjoining neighbours with very limited opportunities to introduce new openings for light or ventilation. But rather than seeing that as a limitation, Jonathan and StateStudio used the building section and existing character to drive the design. The chimney, the brickwork, the industrial history of the Mews, those began important reference points throughout the project.
So nothing is overly concealed. The project celebrates how things are made. The strategy focused on maximising natural daylight and ventilation throughout the space through the integration of roof lights, light wells, and strategically positioned openings, creating a brighter, healthier, and more uplifting working environment.
The staircase became an anchor point within the building, connecting the floors visually and socially. And then we worked really closely with the stair fabricator on the details and the method of getting a huge quantity of steel into the building and making sure that when it was finished, it felt like a beautiful piece of furniture. Again, it sort of went hand in hand with our idea that we reveal the structure or the materials or the craft of making things that go into buildings. We looked at how we might echo a sense of homes as a way to start to design the ground floor space, where we've used different materials and different details to have a kind of tracing of a home. I'm sitting in what might be kind of dining room or a living room, and the next room is delineated by the line of stack bond brick, which is sort of reminiscent of where the wall might sit. Different spaces have different materials, either on the walls, on the floors, and again, it helps us bring variety and character to the office rather than it be a kind of monolithic space with 2 or 3 materials that can feel really nice, but there's a richness about having multiple materials and allowing people to create different ways of engaging with the office.
We didn't build this just to house a team, we built it to reflect how we think construction should be done.
All 3 identities exist simultaneously.
It respects the history of the Mews.
It functions as a contemporary office.
It creates a sense of home. The architecture intentionally blurs those boundaries.